Lesson 1. Clear communication.
I agree, let's be clear and include specific dates for better clarity.
Definitely. It helps everyone know what to expect.
Yes. Clear timelines can prevent misunderstandings.
Exactly. It also makes it easier to track progress.
Should we set deadlines for each phase of the project?
That's a smart move. It keeps us accountable and focused.
Let's draft a timeline together and present it next week.
Sounds good. I'll make sure to include all the necessary details.
I'm confident this will improve our workflow significantly.
Lesson 2. Leadership philosophy.
It's important to speak to people before they speak to you.
I completely agree. It sets a positive tone for communication.
Walton also believed that good deals from suppliers should be passed along to customers.
That's a great philosophy. It builds trust and loyalty.
Absolutely. Transparency in business practices is essential.
It creates a win-win situation for both parties involved.
How do you think we can implement this in our work?
We could start by ensuring that everyone feels heard in meetings.
Great idea. Encouraging open dialogue will foster a better team environment.
Lesson 3. Wishful thinking.
I wouldn't want to waste those wishes if I had them.
I know what you mean. Wishes are precious and should be used wisely.
Exactly. I don't think I'd want millions of dollars just for the sake of it.
Same here. It's more about enjoying life and experiences.
Yes. If I had a wish, I'd probably wish for good health and happiness.
That's a wonderful wish. Those are the true treasures in life.
I agree. Material things don't bring lasting joy.
Let's focus on creating meaningful memories instead.
That sounds perfect. Experiences are what truly enrich our lives.
Lesson 4. Kitchen innovations.
Imagine if dinner or an ice cream sundae could just pop out of a machine.
That would be amazing. Convenience at its best.
Right? And it would save so much time in the kitchen.
Absolutely. Plus, it would be fun to have a robotic helper around.
I could definitely use a robot to clean the house for me.
Me too. Cleaning can be such a chore.
If only technology could take care of those mundane tasks.
Exactly. We could spend more time enjoying life instead.
Let's dream big and hope that future innovations make it happen.
Lesson 5. Leadership flexibility.
In conclusion, a flexible approach to leadership is essential.
I completely agree. Adapting to changing circumstances is key.
Yes. It allows leaders to respond effectively to challenges.
Exactly. A rigid approach can lead to missed opportunities.
How do you think we can cultivate flexibility in our team?
We could encourage open-minded discussions and brainstorming sessions.
That's a great idea. It fosters creativity and innovation.
Yes. Plus, it empowers everyone to contribute their ideas.
I'm excited to implement these strategies for a more dynamic team.
Lesson 6: Meeting new colleagues.
That's great to hear. Have you met everyone at the new job?
Not yet, but I've met a few coworkers already, and they seem friendly.
That's a good start. Building relationships is important in a new environment.
Yes. I enjoy getting to know people and learning about their roles.
Absolutely. It helps create a supportive work atmosphere.
I can't wait to meet everyone else and feel more settled in.
If you want, we could organize a small lunch to meet the team.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. It would be a great way to bond.
Let's plan it for next week. I think everyone would enjoy that.
Lesson 7: Business processes.
The activities involved in creating and selling a product or service are fascinating.
Absolutely. It requires a lot of planning and coordination.
I believe marketing, finance, and operations are crucial for success.
I agree. Each area plays a significant role in the overall process.
Yes. Effective communication between these areas is also essential.
How can we ensure smooth collaboration among them?
Regular meetings and updates could keep everyone informed and aligned.
Great idea. I'm eager to see how we can implement that.
Let's make a plan to improve our communication.
Lesson 8: Public transportation.
Great. How often do the buses run in this area?
They usually run every 15 minutes during peak hours.
That's convenient. It makes getting around much easier.
Absolutely. I love that I don't have to wait long for a bus.
Yes. It's perfect for spontaneous trips around the city.
Exactly. Plus, it's more environmentally friendly than driving everywhere.
I agree. Public transport can really help reduce traffic congestion.
Let's make a plan to explore the city using the bus system.
Sounds like a fun adventure. I can't wait.
Lesson 9: Chicago's geography.
Chicago has derived much benefit from its geography, don't you think?
Absolutely. The city's central location has made it a hub for commerce and travel.
Exactly. It's so well connected by highways and railroads.
Yes. That makes it easy for businesses to thrive and for people to commute.
Plus, being by Lake Michigan adds to its appeal as a port city.
Definitely. The lake not only provides beauty but also supports shipping.
It's fascinating how the geography influences the city's economy and culture.
Yes. I love how the city has blended its natural features with urban life.
Let's explore Chicago together, there's so much to see.
Lesson 10: Preparing for Adventure.
Smart move. What did you buy for our trip?
We got water, canned food, and some snacks for energy.
That sounds perfect. Staying hydrated and fueled is essential.
Absolutely. I also packed some first aid supplies, just in case.
Great thinking. It's always better to be prepared for anything.
Yes. I remember the last time we went camping, we were a bit underprepared.
Exactly. This time, I want to make sure we have everything we need.
And it'll make the adventure much more enjoyable without any worries.
I can't wait. This is going to be an amazing experience.
Lesson 11: Musical Instrument Choices.
Would you prefer a saxophone, or perhaps a stringed instrument like a violin or a cello?
I think I would lean more towards the violin, it has such a beautiful sound.
That's a great choice. The violin can convey a lot of emotion in music.
Absolutely. But I also appreciate the richness of the cello.
Yes. Each instrument has its own unique charm and character.
Have you ever played any of these instruments before?
I tried the guitar once, but I've always been curious about the saxophone.
That would be fun. The saxophone has such a lively sound in jazz music.
Let's find a local music class and give it a shot.
Lesson 12: Clarity in Planning.
I agree, let's be clear and include specific dates for better clarity.
Definitely. It helps everyone stay on the same page.
Yes. Clear timelines can prevent misunderstandings.
Exactly. We should also set reminders for important deadlines.
Good idea. That way, we can keep track of our progress easily.
And it will allow us to celebrate small achievements along the way.
Yes. Let's write down our goals and the corresponding dates.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward to seeing our plans unfold.
Me too. This structured approach will guide us to success.
Lesson 13: Requesting a wake-up call.
Excuse me, could I request a wake-up call for tomorrow morning?
Of course. What time would you like the call?
I need to be up by 7 a.m., so a call around that time would be perfect.
Got it. I'll make sure to set it for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't want to oversleep.
No problem. It's important to start the day on time.
Yes. I have a busy schedule ahead, so I need to be alert.
I understand. Do you have any plans for the day?
Yes, I have a meeting and then some appointments to attend.
Lesson 14, Cultural Differences.
The Japanese are known for their politeness and punctuality.
Absolutely. Those cultural traits are admirable and reflect their values.
Yes. It's interesting to see how different cultures prioritize various behaviors.
Definitely. What other differences have you noticed?
Well, I've seen that many cultures have unique ways of greeting each other.
That's true. It shows how customs can vary widely around the world.
Yes. It's fascinating to learn about these differences and embrace them.
I agree. Understanding cultural nuances can enhance our interactions.
Let's keep exploring these topics, they're so enriching.
Lesson 15, Importance of Safety.
They play a crucial role in keeping everyone safe, don't they?
Absolutely. Safety measures are essential in any community.
Yes. Whether it's through law enforcement or emergency services, they're vital.
Exactly. It's reassuring to know there are systems in place to protect us.
I think awareness and education about safety are equally important.
Definitely. The more informed people are, the safer the community becomes.
Let's discuss ways we can promote safety awareness in our neighborhood.
Great idea. We could organize workshops or community meetings.
I'm excited to brainstorm some actionable plans.
Lesson 16, Gardening Passion.
Hi there. Are you into gardening too?
Yes, I absolutely love it. It's so therapeutic and rewarding.
I agree. There's something special about watching plants grow.
Exactly. Plus, it's a great way to connect with nature.
What do you enjoy growing the most?
I love growing flowers, they add such beauty to my garden.
That's wonderful. Do you have a favorite flower?
I'm a big fan of sunflowers, they always brighten my day.
Sunflowers are beautiful. I enjoy growing vegetables, too.
Lesson 17, Negotiating Prices.
Could we settle for a lower price on this item?
I think we could consider a slight discount.
That would make it more affordable for everyone involved.
Yes. It's always good to negotiate for a fair deal.
Exactly. Let's see if we can find a win-win solution.
I agree. It's important to maintain good relationships while discussing prices.
Absolutely. A little flexibility can go a long way in business.
Let's approach the seller with our proposal and see what happens.
Great idea. I'm feeling optimistic about this negotiation.
Lesson 18, The American Dream.
The American dream is alive for all her children with the promise of a more prosperous future.
Yes. It's a powerful concept that inspires many people.
Absolutely. The idea of opportunity and success is very appealing.
It really is. But how do you think it's perceived in different communities?
I believe it varies, some see it as attainable, while others find it challenging.
That's true. Factors like socioeconomic status can play a big role.
Yes. It's important to address those disparities to make the dream accessible to all.
I agree. Let's discuss ways we can support our community in achieving their dreams.
That sounds like a great plan. Together, we can make a positive impact.
Lesson 19: Journey Plans.
Yes. Fingers crossed for sunny skies and clear weather on our upcoming journeys.
Absolutely. Good weather makes traveling so much more enjoyable.
Right? I remember a trip where it rained the entire time. It was tough.
Oh no. That can really put a damper on plans.
Yes. Let's hope for clear skies this time around.
Definitely. What are the top places you're excited to visit?
I'm looking forward to exploring the mountains, the views are breathtaking.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait to take pictures of the scenery.
Me too. Let's plan our itinerary to make the most of our trip.
Lesson 20: The Unseen Cost.
You know, it's interesting how many artists give their songs away without realizing the financial implications.
Absolutely, many don't understand that publishing rights can mean a lot of money.
Exactly. Imagine pouring your heart into music and then seeing little to no profit from it.
It must be frustrating. They often think they're just sharing their art.
Yes, and in many cases, they end up giving away all their rights to the publishers.
That sounds very risky. How can they protect themselves?
Well, they could negotiate contracts more carefully before signing anything.
That's crucial. They should also seek legal advice if they're unsure.
Definitely, it's all about understanding the business side of the music industry.
Lesson 21: A Leap of Faith.
Did you ever watch those birds flying towards each other?
Yes, it's kind of scary to watch because I was afraid they might collide.
Exactly. It's amazing how they trust their instincts.
It really is. They have to be aware of their surroundings at all times.
Just like us in life, right? We take risks even when it seems daunting.
True. Sometimes those risks lead to beautiful outcomes.
Like relationships, sometimes you have to leap before you can see where you land.
Absolutely. It's all about having faith in the process.
And in each other too, which makes it all the more rewarding.
Lesson 22, Colorful Choices.
Have you noticed how some materials are just made to last?
Yes, they're made of sturdy materials. It makes a big difference in quality.
Do they come in different colors too?
They do. It's so much fun to pick a color that matches your style.
I love that. It's like expressing your personality through your choices.
Exactly. Plus, having options makes shopping more enjoyable.
Right. And it's a great way to brighten up a space or outfit.
For sure. A pop of color can really change the mood.
It's amazing how something as simple as color can have such an impact.
Lesson 23, Solving Problems Together.
I don't mind helping out with tasks, but there are some problems that need to be solved.
What kind of problems are you thinking about?
Well, issues involving addition and subtraction can be tricky sometimes.
Oh yes, especially when it comes to budgeting.
Exactly. Keeping track of expenses can be a challenge.
And if you don't get it right, it can lead to bigger issues later.
Right. So, what's your approach to tackling these problems?
I usually break them down into smaller parts to make it easier to manage.
That's a smart strategy. It helps to avoid feeling overwhelmed.
Lesson 24, A Soldier's Duty.
Joining the Queen's Own Rifles sounds like a big commitment.
Yes, it was a militia unit, and he was soon one of the soldiers.
That must have been intense, especially when sent to suppress a railway.
It really was. Soldiers had to make tough decisions during that time.
I can only imagine the pressure they felt.
Right. They had to balance their duties with their personal beliefs.
It's a complex situation, isn't it?
Very much so. History often puts individuals in difficult positions.
And those experiences shape who they become later in life.
Lesson 25, Culinary Adventures.
I've been thinking about exploring different cuisines.
That sounds exciting. How about trying Chinese cuisine?
Great idea. There are so many flavors and dishes to choose from.
Absolutely. The variety is amazing, from dumplings to sweet and sour dishes.
I love how each dish tells a story of its cultural background.
Yes, and the cooking techniques are fascinating too.
It makes dining out an adventure in itself.
Exactly. Plus, it's a wonderful way to connect with different cultures.
I can't wait to experience it all.
Lesson 26, Morning Delights.
I prefer toast with jam and a cup of coffee in the morning.
That sounds delicious. Do you have any morning rituals?
I usually take my time enjoying breakfast while reading the news.
That's a nice way to start the day. I like to stretch a bit first.
Stretching is great. It wakes up your body and mind.
Yes, it sets a positive tone for the day ahead.
And what about your favorite breakfast items?
I love pancakes, especially with fresh fruit.
Yum! It's all about finding what makes you feel energized.
Lesson 27, Dancing with Caution.
Have you ever thought about getting an elephant to dance through a minefield?
That sounds absurd, yet oddly fascinating.
It would be quite the sight, but definitely risky.
Yes, it would require careful planning and strategy.
And a lot of trust in the elephant's abilities.
Right. It's a metaphor for navigating tricky situations.
Exactly. Sometimes, you have to take calculated risks.
And ensure everyone involved is on board with the plan.
Collaboration is key, even in the most unusual scenarios.
Lesson 28, Faith and Understanding.
Have you ever thought about the relationship between Protestantism and local rulers?
Yes, it's fascinating how some supported the Roman Catholic Church.
Exactly. It reflects the complex dynamics of power and faith.
And the impact on communities during those times was significant.
Right. It shaped not only politics but also social structures.
Plus, it created tensions that influenced history for years.
Yes, those conflicts often led to changes in governance and beliefs.
It's a reminder of how interconnected religion and politics can be.
Indeed. Understanding this history helps us learn from the past.
Lesson 29, Ethics in Business.
What do business and ethics have to do with each other?
That's a great question. Ethics are essential in guiding business practices.
Exactly. They help ensure fairness and integrity in transactions.
Without ethics, businesses can lose trust and credibility.
Right. Customers are more likely to support ethical companies.
Yes, it's about building strong relationships in the long run.
And ethics can also drive innovation and positive change.
Absolutely. In the end, a good reputation is invaluable.
It's fascinating how intertwined these concepts are in today's world.
Lesson 30, The Power of Status.
It's interesting how being a member of parliament opens so many doors, isn't it?
Absolutely. One gets asked to go on the telly just because of their status.
Yes, it's like a badge of honor that comes with its own responsibilities.
Exactly. It's fascinating how power can influence public perception.
And it can also shape the narrative around important issues.
Definitely. That visibility can be both a privilege and a burden.
Right. It's essential for public figures to use their platform wisely.
Yes, they have the power to inspire change or reinforce stereotypes.
It's a delicate balance, and not everyone handles it well.
Lesson 31: Overcoming Negativity.
How can I overcome negative thinking?
That's a common challenge. It's important to challenge negative thoughts actively.
Yes, but how do I replace them with something positive?
You can start by identifying what triggers those thoughts.
That makes sense. Awareness is the first step to change.
Exactly. Then, you can practice replacing them with affirmations.
I like that idea. Positive affirmations can shift your mindset.
Yes, and surrounding yourself with supportive people helps too.
For sure. A good support network can make a huge difference.
Lesson 32: A Successful Event.
Did you hear about the Women's World Cup held in the USA?
Yes. It was an unqualified success, wasn't it?
Indeed. FIFA's president even proclaimed that it was historic.
That's fantastic. It really highlights the growth of women's sports.
Absolutely. The enthusiasm from fans was incredible.
Yes, it's great to see such strong support for women athletes.
And it sets a precedent for future tournaments.
Exactly. It's a step forward for equality in sports.
I hope this momentum continues for years to come.
Lesson 33: Making it work.
It's been a challenge lately, but I'm finding ways to make it work.
That sounds promising. What strategies are you using?
I've been prioritizing my tasks and setting realistic goals.
That's smart. Breaking things down can make them feel less overwhelming.
Yes, and I'm also trying to maintain a positive mindset.
That's so important. How about you?
I'm focusing on small victories to keep my motivation high.
That's a great approach. Celebrating progress helps a lot.
Absolutely. It's all about staying adaptable and persistent.
Lesson 34: Boosting Energy.
Exercising in the morning really boosts my mood and metabolism.
That's so true. It also helps me stay focused during the day.
Exactly. I feel more productive after a good workout.
Yes, it sets a positive tone for whatever lies ahead.
Plus, it's a great way to relieve stress.
Definitely. I find myself more energized and ready to tackle tasks.
And it's a healthy way to start the day.
Yes. It's amazing how physical activity impacts our mental health.
I think everyone should incorporate some form of exercise into their routine.
Lesson 35, a career twist.
Did you hear about Rickson's controversial career?
Yes, it underwent a twist when she fought the American Athletic Association.
That was quite a bold move. It certainly made headlines.
Absolutely. It raised important questions about fairness in sports.
And it challenged the norms that were accepted for so long.
Yes, sometimes controversy can spark necessary change.
Exactly. It's important for athletes to stand up for what they believe in.
Definitely. Their actions can inspire others to do the same.
I admire those who take risks for their principles.